Hey, what's up YouTube? I see a lot of channels talk about whether or not you need brush guards. And if you ever watch the pros, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do, you'll see that they mostly run flat guards. And same thing with like some of the motocross and endurocross things, you'll see them running flat guards. Whether or not you need them probably has a lot to do with the type of terrain you're running in. If you're in open deserts, you know, you're probably not going to hit a whole lot of stuff with your hands. If you're in the more thickly wooded areas, you know, it's a little more debatable then. But for the tight woods, are they worth the expense? Personally, I'm going to go with yeah. For me, it isn't worth the risk.
Look, I smacked the fuck out of that tree. You okay? Yeah. Thank God for brush guards, dude.
Thank God for brush guards is right. If you don't believe me, ride with someone that has them and then take a look at the end of their brush guards. They get tore up. And typically, a lot of that damage would probably go to your hands. The other great thing about brush guards is they actually protect the ends of your bars themselves. And there's some pros and cons about that. So typically what you'd want to do is you want to do a drill insert, like a tap and die kit with the brush guard into the end of the bar. It's much more reliable and stable that way. At the same time, because you open up that end, you are opening yourself up to some grit or sand getting stuck in your throttle tube. However, if you do the installation correctly and you make sure to keep that area clean and you're aware of it, it should never really be an issue. Like a lot of you, I have a career. I'm not getting paid to get hurt on my bike. I have to show up Monday morning and I have to be able to do my job. People rely on me, I rely on it. It's important to safeguard yourself. I know some of you are thinking, well, what if I flip over the bars and I break my wrist? The truth is, it's a dangerous sport no matter how you look at it. You can fall off a ledge, a lot of people injure themselves. We're not here because it's safe. We're here because there is a level of risk to the sport. It is difficult and we like pushing ourselves. It's just the nature of the beast. You're always going to be prone to have some sort of accident. Maybe stepping up from a 150 to a 250, all that power just makes it so you're more accident prone. You're not used to it. Maybe stepping up to that 300, you know, that 2-stroke kicks in and you're used to like maybe a 4-stroke and that 2-stroke power hits and that's the end of it. There's always going to be some sort of risk. Mentioning risk, this is Gary. At 70 years old, he just kills it. He has a higher level of risk than I do. If he drops his bike or runs off, his chances of getting injured, let's be honest, are a little bit greater than mine. You gotta ask yourself, what are you willing to risk? Ultimately, personally, in the woods, in the tight stuff, I feel like for me, brush guards are worth it. The risk of me doing an endo on the front of my bike and breaking my wrists, I just don't think it's there. Typically, you're not going fast enough. If I was running motocross or endurocross, absolutely. If I was riding the desert, absolutely. I probably wouldn't use them. Maybe I'd get some bar ends to protect the ends of my bars, but when it comes to actual woods enduro, trail riding, I think they're one of the best bangs for your buck. I believe they start off around $80, and some of the more expensive ones go up to like $130, $150. But I would really recommend doing the tap and die kit, which is an additional, I think, $30 or $40. I think if Cherubies makes a kit for it, I'm not sponsored by them. You know, maybe there's other better kits. It's just the one I have, and it works extremely well. I've used the specific tap numerous times. dare I say, that's kind of a wrap. Anyways, thanks everyone for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you got a little information out of it. If you were kind of mulling it over on what the best decision was and if it's worth the money, just think about the terrain you're riding and if it's worth the risk to you or not to hit your hand against a tree. Other than that, if you like the video and the content, make sure to sub, and happy riding.